What's up guys, it's MamaDeadHead and I am back with another reaction to World Beyond. And this is Season 1 Episode 3 and the title is The Tyger and the Lamb. So in the title, Tyger is spelled with a Y instead of an I, and I have to be honest, I don't know that type of tiger. Or if it's maybe just a play on words with something that I'll learn in the episode, kind of like Blaze of Glory instead of Blaze of Glory. So, the synopsis says, burdened by their past, members of the group adopt opposing strategies for dealing with a massive obstacle. Pressure is put on the group to return home. I would imagine that the massive obstacle is the bog, or something around that, and burdened by their past, probably everything coming to a head with what, like, Hope had to go through. Well, really, with what everyone had to go through with the night the sky fell, and then, you know, the added stuff of, you know, like Felix and, you know, just everything. The group adopt opposing strategies. Now, I'm not sure what that could mean, but I'm very intrigued by it. I know that Iris wants to take charge, but she kind of realized maybe that wasn't the best idea. I would imagine that when Felix gets there, because we did see them, I don't know if we saw them together, but we heard Felix trying to rescue Hope in the teaser. I've tried to, like, block a lot of stuff out of my mind so I don't, like, remember teaser stuff anymore, and I haven't been watching teasers except for the one they show right after. But I would imagine he might be, you know, maybe a tad reckless going in, because he does love Hope. So, since she's the one in the most danger, he might just be like, this is what we're doing, let's go, and Huck or Iris or, I mean, everyone might be like, whoa, I don't know about that, too much for us. And then pressure is put on the group to return home. I mean, I would assume so. After this, you know, going through the bog, and this being the biggest thing these people have ever potentially dealt with. Now, I don't know about Huck, and I don't know about Felix, but with this being the biggest thing that teenagers have been through and being in this much trouble, yeah, I can definitely see how this will put pressure on the group to return home. Now, I am very intrigued because I think Elizabeth was in this and her, like, #1 soldier person. And then I'm intrigued to see if they figure out what happened there. Like, maybe if they get to, like, a really tall point somewhere on, like, a mountain range, or I don't know. If maybe they'll look back and see that everything's destroyed. I don't know how close they still are to the campus colony. I can't imagine they're that far, but we don't know the landscape, and I just want them to see what happened, because if they see what happened, it's going to be, some stuff's going to go down. So, I've heard from reviewers on Twitter that saw this yesterday that it's the best episode out of the 3. Promising, and that it changes the Walking Dead universe in some way. Very intriguing. So let's go ahead and hop into this reaction, guys. Also, my husband bought me a new phone mount for my tripod, so I have an actual, like, legit good phone mount, and I can even start it via remote. I'm not going to do that today, but just say thank you, Tony, in the comment section, because I love it. I haven't had anything this great, like, ever. And he just got it for me because I was like, oh, I need this. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into the reaction. Did he murk his grandparents?
Hey, sleepyhead.
Hope? Okay, so I really love the way that they're doing, like, the intros. That there's not an actual, like, set intro. It's just the logo coming up within some scenes. I like that. And Elton coughing, like, after all this.
We're glad.
So do people think he murdered his parents or grandparents?
No, you're flipping me off with the talking.
Aw, they know each other really well. Seriously though, just cover yourself in guts and go. I know I need to quit saying that, but oh, that would just make things so much simpler.
It's a straight shot.
Okay. I mean, it's not the worst plan ever, but he might still have to kill with all those bags on his back now, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. You know, you probably should have had those on, like, this entire time. Come on, Silas, bud. did do something?
Silas!
But you weren't coughing while you were sleeping. See, that's just like a really big issue, but they're doing a great job. Okay, Silas, let's figure out what you did. You know, I just realized that Elton's mom and Hope and Iris's mom both died to gunshot wounds to the chest, which means if they're buried, they had to find their reanimated body. So I wonder if that's going to come up, or if it's just like maybe a placeholder type grave and not like an actual body in it, which is very possible. Oh wow, they actually got a lot of supplies there.
You miss her?
No.
What? Ooh, they're gonna be empties behind it. Oh god. Oh, yay!
Are you okay?
Where's Hope?
About that.
Where the hell's Hope? It's a crowd of uglies incoming. Got some
Uglies.
kind of distraction. We ain't getting out of here.
Have they been called that before? Uglies? I like that. Why do I feel like Silas was abused? Or like something of that nature. Like something bad was happening to him. Oh, that's sweet.
Bye.
It seems like, you know, it seems like Silas has been the butt of a lot of stuff because of maybe what happened to him before. And it seems like Hope and Iris have been pretty genuine and nice towards him. Oh, wow. Tyger. Oh, okay. So it's from this. Okay, so this is hard because she's gonna sound this siren, and then she's gonna have to run back downstairs potentially, where there's again empty. So, oh,
Son of a mother...
dang it! Oh man, I wanted to hear that word.
Why is that? Is that what you're doing out here? Trying to get away from the things you've done?
Hey, hug.
Ooh. Tell us, tell us, tell us.
Silas, what are you so afraid of?
Himself?
Me. I'm afraid of me.
Alright, I got this.
Hope, we're all here.
Ah.
Let us help you.
Their terminology, and with stakes this high, I feel like we should be as clear as possible with what we're trying to say here.
Run, Elton, just run to the exit, okay?
I
will
love
meet
him.
you there. That was just for cheer.
Don't make me cry.
I wish I hadn't had that stupid fight with Dad before. Yeah.
Cute. I really like them too.
Haul ass. Yeah, I got it now.
Oh my god.
Elton. Jesus Christ. This kid. Well, I'm sure with what he did, it's gonna come out. That's loud. Oh, girl.
No hand or eye
Ew.
thy fearful symmetry.
I mean, they were already
And what
getting stuck. I
shoulder
don't know if I would have
and what
wasted the
art
lighter.
could twist the clasp.
Oh my god. Oh man. That foot though. Yes! Come on, Queen! Hell yeah! Let's go! Let's go, Iris! She said you're not about to take my sister today. Alright, your turn, Hope. Yes! some dope
theirs,
first kills. I like
and what
that.
had happened with their tears.
Oh, Elton's such a sweetheart. Did he get out? Okay, he did. Okay. Man, that was really awesome. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the scariest thing they've ever been through. So they did a great job.
I have to tell you,
Oh,
the night that Mom died,
she's gonna say it. Oh my god.
was it you? All these years, not even Dad.
Oh my god.
Pregnant lady we saw that night.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I scared her and she shot Mom. I killed her. You saw me.
Stop.
But you're right. I should have told you.
Yeah, you should have.
Oh my god. I'm literally gonna sob. Does she blame Hope? I hope she doesn't. I know obviously Hope just said she blamed herself, but it's not her fault.
Are you giving me an option?
Not really.
I guess that's what I'm saying. At least if I can convince you to, just turn around and go back, which I
Wills.
mean,
Even though they look really good on us.
nah, I totally look better on me, Will.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they definitely have a sibling vibe going. Yeah, he seems like their protective older brother.
Mortgage. Saved my mom's manuscript. She never finished the last chapter, so
Oh
I
my!
want to. For her, but for me too.
Picture,
I know it's
picture.
kind of irrational.
It was. But it was also kind of badass.
Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot she's supposed to be in this episode. Okay. Oh, even their bullets have the symbol on them.
The courts, the schools, culture, currency and economy, agriculture, manufacturing. We are the last hope. And we enable this population of over 200,000 souls to live, to create the future.
200,000.
Didn't seem like a threat.
Is she gonna poison him? Because I don't trust her. Oh, is she gonna have him killed?
It's a goddamn lie. You know what we did!
Did he just get killed or did he get knocked out? Because I have a feeling he got killed.
It's about to get bad. Get back.
I wasn't here before.
Oh my god, this next one looks so good. Okay, I'm just gonna do my conversation like this. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay. Okay, so that let me get to the CRM part a little bit later. So as far as the other portion goes, the only glaring issue is that, like I said in the beginning, and like I said at the end of the last episode, sleeping in that smoke likely would result in death. And I mean, the only it's the first thing that, like, kids learn in elementary school when they're learning fire safety, is that you have to, like, if there's a house fire, a lot of people aren't victims, like, to the fire itself. They're the victims to smoke inhalation. And, I mean, I don't know all the, like, logistics of it, but, like, I remember that clearly burned into my head, like, learning fire safety. And that's why, like, if there's a house fire and you're, like, going towards an exit, you need to be, like, crawling towards an exit because smoke rises. So here they are, like, they're not sleeping on the ground. Obviously, there's empties around. They're sleeping up where the smoke is rising. So, I mean, I can understand them being able to get through, but, like, if they woke up after sleeping in that, their eyes would be burning, like, they would be, like, coughing, their throats would be raw, like, there would be a whole host of issues that, like, weren't delved into in this episode. Now, there was coughing and, like, whatnot, but I don't think that that was accurate as far as, like, I know they were watching a show about zombies, but that's one of those big things that's, like, hard to kind of get by. Now, other than that, this episode was amazing. So, Hope finally told Iris the truth about what happened to their mother. Now, I don't know exactly how Iris feels about that, because I couldn't tell if those were judging eyes or if those were just, like, shock, if that makes sense. So I don't know if she's, like, judging Hope, but I know that she's just, I don't think she ever expected it to be like that. I know I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought that Hope was going to watch her mother get ripped apart by empties, so it was a shock when all of that went down. And not only did their mother get shot by the pregnant lady, but Hope killed the pregnant lady. Like, whole ordeal. But their two first kills, dope. Like, I love their first kills. I love that they were protecting each other, and that in that moment there was no hesitation because it was life or death. Now, I think that it will get a lot easier. As far as Silas goes, we don't know. It appears as though he killed somebody. Like, he beat them to death. I could be very wrong about that, but it seems like potentially that's what happened. At least beat them within an inch of their life, because he was going at it. There was blood all over him, so who knows? Now, again, we don't know the nature of why. It seems brutal, but I don't want to pass judgment on Silas too early, because it could be a situation, like I said earlier, he was being abused. He didn't feel like he had another option, and that's how he did it. And people that deal with that type of thing, it may not be rational to someone that has never been in that situation. If you're looking on the outside, be like, just leave, or, like, you know, go to the police, say that you're being abused in, like, whatever way. But when you're stuck in it, like, day in, day out, that seems like the only way out. So I don't know if that is the case. It kind of seems like it could be the case, because he's very, like, introverted and very jumpy. And I've been through some things in my life, and when me and my husband first got together, I was that way. Like, I was really reserved around him, and even if he was, like, going to give me a hug, now, he's obviously never done anything to me. He's amazing. Probably the best thing to ever happen in my life. I would flinch. I was just really jumpy around, like, any sudden movements from anyone, even people that I had known years that hadn't done anything wrong to me. So, I don't know. I kind of get that vibe. I don't get the vibe of, like, cold-blooded killer when it comes to Silas. So, I'm interested to see how that goes. Elton is just the cutest little peach I've ever seen in my life. He's adorable. I want to adopt him. Love that. I just love his attitude about things, even though it's, like, optimistically bleak. I don't know. Now, another thing that I thought was interesting is that the vibes that the end of that segment of the show gave was kind of like an Iris and Silas vibe and a Hope and Elton vibe, which could certainly happen, because, I mean, these are teenagers, and, I mean, you know what happens when you're a teenager and you're in a small group of people. And I got the vibe of possibly Hope and Elton the last episode only because of their, like, deep conversation and the fact that, like, wouldn't that be a turn of events that, like, those two get together and then it comes out that Hope killed Elton's mom? I think that would be very interesting storyline. Now, as far as Felix, Hope, and Iris go, I definitely get a sibling vibe. Now that I can, like, really see them, like, in this element together, going through all of this, I definitely get, obviously, that the sisters are closer. I think they've been together a lot longer. I don't know. I believe I saw that Hope was adopted, and I don't know when. I mean, that could be, like, from birth, so they could really just have, like, grown up together. I don't know. You know, obviously all that. Felix came into the picture a little bit later, and it's been said that the Bennetts took him in, and I can definitely get a big brother vibe when it comes to them. And obviously Hope has been like, you know, Felix hates me. I feel like that's a very common sibling thing, especially when it comes to, like, older brothers. You know, being really harsh and, like, protective in a certain way. Huck, I love Huck, but this episode, obviously the security force knows what Silas did, and I don't think that she is looking at it from a standpoint of why it could have happened. I just think she's like, she obviously has more of a connection with Hope than anyone else, so I think she's a bit protective of everyone not knowing everything that went down. Obviously Felix doesn't know what happened too, so it's curious that he isn't acting the same way. Huck had some digs at Silas that I wasn't a fan of, but then again, I'm not sure of the nature of what happened either, so I don't want to pass judgment on her, because it could very well be that he's just like a cold-blooded killer that, like, murdered his grandparents or whoever. And now he was listening to a church sermon at the end. I can't remember. I think maybe it is Elton, the one with the, like, odd views on things, but that could be Silas. I saw something at a panel that was like one of them has, like, really, really weird, like, obscure ideals or something. So maybe it could be Silas, not sure. Elton kind of seems to fit that a little bit more, because he's so optimistically tragic about everything, which I really enjoy about his character. I really enjoy all these characters, which is interesting. Now, the last thing, so it looks like CRM really is the real deal. 200,000 people, they have manufacturing, they have agriculture, they have energy, that's way bigger than, like, the Commonwealth in the comics, because the Commonwealth had 50,000 people, and looking at things, I mean, they didn't, you know, like, go around and, like, turn faucets on, or, like, you know, turn on their espresso maker or whatever that was, but, that's insane. That's bigger than anything this universe has ever seen in all capacities, so, I'm pretty stunned about that. Pretty stunned about that revelation. Now, lastly, I get why Rick Grimes hasn't came back. So this person that was, like, her number 2 in this killing all the campus colony escapade did not cope with what he did. He's like, they weren't a threat, and it seems like they really did kill everyone. He wasn't able to cope with what he did, and potentially, I don't know if he was killed, it probably was killed because of his mindset, but she called guards to, like, come get him. Like, that's just crazy. And the crazier thing is, she, you know, after that happens, she goes on and turns on everything in her little apartment, and, by the way, she has beautiful plants, I love plants, but the skyline behind her, her crying is just, I don't think that she wants to be doing this, but if she isn't doing it, she's going to be in the same position as the person that was just either knocked out or killed. So it makes sense as to why Rick Grimes is not there, because Rick Grimes is not an idiot. And I feel like Rick Grimes would be in a situation exactly like her, because he might even trying to be like, oh, I was from that area, there's nobody there. Like, because he knows that if they're found, they might be neutralized. Because I don't know how they work. It's very confusing. It seems like they just take, like, the biggest minds from a community and just kill everybody else from, like, I don't know, from what we see. And we don't know anything about this Portland colony, or if they're even real. I don't know. It's very, very dramatic. That's crazy. So I do have some amount of sympathy for Elizabeth, which is just wild. She seems like she's headed in the anti-hero direction. Because at the end of that first episode, she said, like, one singular person, like, she's glad that they weren't found. So maybe she's just collecting people she thinks are worth it. And it also raises the question, this is probably the last thing that I talk about, because just, wow. How in the hell are they gonna get their father back? I don't mean this, like, to be just an absolute douche canoe about these characters we've just met, but I don't even think that people from The Walking Dead combined with, like my favorite characters, I don't think my favorite characters could come together and find a way into CRM with 200,000 people and get one singular person out when they have no idea. You know what I mean? Man, I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, this is gonna be pretty wild. If they're actually able to get their father out, I'm gonna be pretty amazed. They could just all be absolutely murked at the end of this series. I don't know. And then again, they could go there and get caught up in what is happening with CRM. So, like, Elizabeth finds them and she's like, you know, like, I gave you a map. I was hoping you would find us. And boom, they're taken in and, like, they don't have another option. I don't know. This is absolutely 100% wild. I was not expecting Elizabeth to just, like, lay everything out there. They have running water, energy, manufacturing. Their bullets have the freaking symbol on it. Badass. They just, like, they really have it all. And she has this beautiful apartment. She has TV. She has plants. She, like, and this skyline out of her thing. I don't know, that part kind of low-key reminds me of Michonne's apartment in the Commonwealth, but obviously nowhere near the same scale. Like, 50,000, 200,000. With outposts all over the United States. As far as we know, there could be even more. Like, yeah, it makes sense as to why Rick Grimes has not been found yet, or why he has not came back yet. Because just, wow. That's legitimately insane. I'm also curious about Michonne now, what's going to happen when she finds out everything. If there's even going to be a reunion. I don't know, like, I have so many questions, but if Rick Grimes is not, you know, up to par with CRM standards, he's going to be sent off to, like, a health facility, so, and since he probably wants to find his way back to his family, he's going to play along as much as he can, like it seems Elizabeth is. I don't know, I guess that's going to be all for this video. That was just mind-boggling. I can't believe that I don't know, I think it's just, like, really jarring to actually see the skyline. I think that's what's getting me. That's absolutely insane. Okay, alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm excited for next week. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and like always, think positive thoughts and send positive vibes. Bye, guys.
What's up, everybody? Always think positive thoughts and send positive vibes. It's from MamaDeadHead, y'all. And always remember, I know what's happening and I know what's going on. And please, always nurture your inner spirit. Peace.